which is not possible. I love to write, okay? And being a writer, you have to shock the people with your writing, but keeping it clean, okay? I don't have no motives to lie about people like they have done to me, okay? And I mean well, as far as when I post about my daughter, she's beautiful, but she can look so much better. I worked very hard to actually look my very best, eat what I'm supposed to eat, and the older I get, the more stricter that I become to myself and to others. It's not easy. Well, nothing that's worth something, it's not easy, okay? You just gotta make it happen. That is the rule. That is the rule. That is the ultimate rule. Making things happen. Okay. And sometimes being blunt is more important than actually sugarcoating, especially with your kids. Kids are very disrespectful nowadays. You can't even spank them, and the state doesn't want you to spank them. The state wants you to have some very disrespectful kids growing up uncontrollable. And then they're going to blame you. Oh, bad parent. But you're given an ultimatum. You can't even spank them. You can't even tell them the truth. I'm not lying. She looks like a cow. She looks like a cow. Why would I lie? Do I have any need to actually try to make some sort of results, even if it's reverse psychology? Something's gotta happen, okay? So within a scientist's mind, you gotta do it. I don't have a need to actually badger my kids all the time, especially on social media. But I'm not gonna kiss their ass to the point, oh, they're perfect kids. And everybody knows they're not. But what comes out of their parents' mouth, oh, they're perfect kids. I'm like, somebody's really gotta smell the coffee that your kids are not that perfect. And you're trying to convince people that your kids are perfect. Oh, they're perfect kids. You know, stick to your story and try to believe in your story. But your kids are gonna grow up. You're not gonna be around forever. And your kids are going to be the worst for everybody else. Okay? And that's just why. It's because in your mind, as a parent, oh, they're perfect kids. Everything, tolerating all the crap that your kids can offer you. And all you can say is, oh, they're perfect kids. Everybody knows you're fucking lying. Everybody knows that your kids need to be recycled except you. But in your mind, it's, oh, they're perfect kids. Don't ever say anything wrong about them. Come on. At some point, before you die, if your kids are fucked up, get rid of them. Okay? That's what you should be entitled for. Okay? I go back to the point where Americans, African Americans are actually living a better life. All the white trash have to die. There's no other choice. You really think that the white trash was going to be convinced that the black African Americans should be free? They had to die. So to make America great again, you really think we are not expecting a bloodbath? We're expecting a bloodbath. People are very tired of the left fucking shit up, destroying our economy, giving our money away. I can go on and on and on. But let's stick to the topic. Your kids, okay? Parents are actually killing their kids, licensed to kill their unborn baby. I'd rather kill a 13-year-old than an unborn baby that's so innocent that deserves a chance to prove themselves, to see that they are going to be better than Einstein. But how in the world you're going to be able, we, the people, are going to be able to see another Einstein in the world if you're killing the baby because, oh, I don't want to be a mom? Now, fathers don't have a right to, like, I don't want you to kill my baby. I am a victim. They killed my baby. I begged, please let her live. I won't ask you for anything. And if you ever want to come back to us, I'll welcome you in open arms. And believe me, she was the best I ever had. As a person, as a girlfriend. The best. Half my age. Beautiful, young, half my age. Okay? Very, very intelligent. And when I say very intelligent, I want to make it crystal clear. When I became niggerish to her, she sat down and corrected my English while I'm blowing up on her. Being ghetto as hell, I call it niggerish. So you don't have to be black to be niggerish. We got a lot of freaking white trash, Spanish trash, niggerish attitude. It's a phrase. Nobody likes it. Everybody's so sensitive. Oh, he said the word niggerish. Oh, he's a racist. We got a lot of morons that don't get the point. A lot. And the morons need to be recycled. The only way we're going to make America great again, the only way we're going to have good kids, is that, look, I gave you life and I can take it away. But should mothers, let me be corrected. Should mother have a right to kill their babies just because? I don't want to be a mom. Now the father wants to be a father. But the mother's like, oh, it's my stomach, it's my body, it's me. It's all about me. I don't want to be a mother. I'm not ready. You see, there was a price that they paid. Veterinarians used to give abortions to little girls that didn't want to be moms. And the state had to make a decision. Oh, we're like dying. Rephrase that. There are a lot of mothers that are actually dying not to have kids. We better pass a law that they can have an abortion. Does that make it right? God created a creation, okay? And they have a right to live. They have a right to give a chance, say, hey, you know what? Let me live, because I'm going to make the world a better place to live. You know, somewhat of a Martin Luther King mentality. I have a dream. African Americans was telling Martin Luther King, do you really want to die? You need to keep your mouth shut. I can go on and on and on and on. Okay? But let's just stick to the topic. You can't tell your kids The truth. You need to trim up. How many times do I have to tell you? Trim up. Do your father look overweight? No. Your father doesn't look overweight. Okay? So, people like, how dare you say that? Your own flesh and blood. Meanwhile, mothers are killing their babies far more than the Holocaust. Because the state said so. We're killing Einsteins. Okay, they didn't have the brains. Not necessarily means that your kids are not going to have the brains of an Einstein. Just because you're brainless. Maybe a grandparent gene somewhere down the line, your kids will be bright as day. And at some point when they grow up, I'm like, oh, I can't believe they have some dumbass parents. This kid is brilliant. Okay? So, with that said, because my time is very limited today, but I can go on and on in the topic. People should not be misapprehending, okay? Just for one word. Cow. Just because I said cow. Oh, Mark's a savage. He said cow. Leave it up to me. Babies will not die at birth. Babies should die at the age of 13. If they're going to be useless to society, they had a chance until the age of 13 to prove themselves, let alone kill them in what God created. Because you see, what I believe in, for God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, that whosoever believeth in him shall not perish, but have everlasting life. God himself sent his Son on the cross to prove to the people for the sins of the world. And he's a legend. You really think the Jewish still believe he was the Son of God? Let's just say that he's another Martin Luther King icon that died for the sins of the world. Jewish are like, oh, are you kidding me? Are you really going to die for these pieces of shit? He didn't want to die. Jesus did not want to die. On the cross, oh, my God, why have you forsaken me? God literally says, I'm going to kill you for the sins of the world. As an example. I'm going to put you on the cross. I'm going to let them torture you, whip your ass, and kill you so you can be a legend. Okay? So what is the point? God believed in killing for the sins of the world. His only begotten Son. He didn't kill him at birth. Had he killed him at birth, there wouldn't be a Jesus that we can look up to. You see? That's the disheartening part about it. Let the kid live. And then if it's just useless, you If he's brainless, come on, I mean, do the right thing. You don't need to state. You don't need to, like, the world doesn't need to tolerate your fucked up kids. You should do it. It's your job. It should be your responsibility. You brought them into this world, take the motherfuckers out. Take them out. But at birth, I never believe at birth should be any killing. At birth, what God created. You know how many mothers want to be mothers and they can't be mothers? Wishing to adopt that. And all you have to do is just deal with 9 months of pregnancy. And they will take care of your baby better than you can. Matter of fact, they got the resource. So your baby can actually have a better life. They're well educated. Okay? I can go on and on and on. Parents, mothers, or let me just say women. If you don't have a proper education and you don't have the resource, you have no business dropping any fucking cockroaches so the world can tolerate your fucking pieces of shit of fucked up kids because you're fucked up. You don't have the education. You don't have the resource. Then now the state has to support your freeloading cockroaches because you don't have any money. Because you didn't bother educating yourself, but you're busy dropping cockroaches. You are not capable of actually teaching them how to be real, productive human beings in society. So that's the bottom line. So when you dare or have the audacity to say Mark's a savage because he called his daughter a cow. But mothers are doing far worse. Parents, basically parents. They didn't educate themselves. So what do you expect to produce when you're not educated? You don't have the resource to take care and make sure that if your kids are failing, you can hire a tutor. Because you're not smart enough to tutor them. Okay? So you should not. The state should intervene. And if you don't have the proper education, a college degree, at least 1 year of college, you should not be dropping any kids at all. Any kids. If you don't have, it's like buying a house. If you don't have the proper resource, okay, the state should not cover your ass for what you can't pay because you just deliver a cockroach because you don't have the money in the bank. It's like buying a house. If you don't have any money to take care of that kid, to make sure that that kid grows up to be productive, piano lessons, karate lessons, tutoring in English and Spanish. If you're Spanish, then they should know Spanish. Even if you have to hire a tutor. But you don't have the education. You don't have the resource, and you want to start dropping babies. So, even though I don't believe in killing babies, there's another side to this. There's a flip side to the point where if you are not educated and you don't have the resource to take care of your kid yourself, not the state, you shouldn't be having any kids at all. Okay? Tie your tubes. 5 years. You want to fuck? Fuck. But as far as having an abortion because of you being reckless, it should not be happening that way. You should not be having abortions. Do the responsible thing. Tie your tubes if you don't want to have kids. Matter of fact, tie your tube for 5 years. So when you're actually married, because there should be a husband and a mother and a father, not checking in, not boyfriend and girlfriend, not calling your boyfriend, he's my husband. Literally get married. You know, old school. Get married. give them your last name, okay? But trashy people should not be dropping trashy babies. They're gonna wind up growing trashy baby. What do you expect? You don't have the education. You don't have the resource. The state is, you won't be able to live or survive the ransom rent if it wasn't for Section 8 housing. All those programs should be taken away. Taken away. You see, I'm a Republican. I'm sorry. Correction. I'm a Democrat. Okay? You know what that means? There should not be any public housing. There should not be any Section 8. If you can't afford to rent, live in a box. Okay? Or just fucking kill yourself. But having the state support you because you can't support yourself. Are you serious? We're founded by, within the republic for which we stand. I don't know where Democrats came after that. Freeloading from the government. When the flag, when it was our forefathers within the republics for which we stand, there were only one party, Republicans. Okay? So I can go on and on. And the left can have a lot, and the morons can have a lot to look down on. Just because I said cow. I said she's beautiful, and that's the truth. And she's a cow, that's the fucking truth. Okay? I'm working very hard to have a body to die for. To be an example, to be an icon. To take off my shirt and says, oh, you don't need a shirt. You got an amazing body. I've been craving for years and years and years and years for my 6 boxes, for my 8 boxes. I remember those times. But my eating habits gets in the way of my goals. So if I'm trying to do my very best, I have a right to criticize because I'm doing something about it. I'm not accepting being a fat slob. So you can take that shit to the bank. All right? If you're fat as a whale, accept it. Don't be too sensitive when people look at you like, oh, you're fucking so disgusting. Don't take it personal. Just look in the mirror and be honest with yourself. You look fucking disgusting. You need to address it. Okay? God bless. See you in my next video. Fat piece of shit.